I'd like to turn, in conclusion, to our times to offer a less obvious and more outrageous thought. I think we're living through turbulent times in which our democracy's dependence upon a crumbling American empire requires us once again to do a second decolonization of the spirit and substance of our democracy. I had expected booing. The American empire once played the role in my lifetime in building and securing the complex of global rules-based Bretton Woods institutions. Think of the Marshall Plan, in which some, mostly rich, white and privileged, so-named liberal democracies flourished. But I think Mark Carney is right. The writing is on the American wall. That era is over. Contrary to the saber-rattling bravado and bullshit of the Trump administration and its followers, the global grip of their empire is weakening. The United States loses every war, including this one on Iran. On virtually every measure, China is overtaking the United States. And as we see, when empires reach their endgame, it's a strong historical pattern. They're always paranoid, lawless, nasty, and bellicose. That's why outlier democracies such as Germany, France, Italy, Canada, Spain, Greece, Chile, Australia, and New Zealand are nowadays struggling to make sense of the decline of the American empire and the global rules it once enforced. They're being pushed this way and that by what's called the Kissinger rule. To be the enemy of the United States is dangerous, but to be its friend is fatal. So my thought is that outlier democracies like Australia are being forced to adjust to a new reality of turbulence and confusion. They find themselves confronted by new questions about how, in self-defense, they can decolonize themselves, how they can lift their heads, straighten their spines to protect and nurture their own democratic institutions and ways of life against the shocks and confusion now gnawing away at their coherence, their morale, their stability, and future resilience. Sisters and brothers, to call for a decolonization of our government and our way of life has, I think, rich democratic implications.